Hi, this is no ordinary voice of spiritual ventriloquism. You are listening to the dummy himself. Well, let's see here. Offense. We'll talk about offense today. Tried to do this video the other day, so I'm going to try to shorten it up. Maybe I can get it uploaded. Um, you know, one thing about offense is, there's many scriptures dealing with the subject of offense in the scriptures. And one of those scriptures is, "Blessed is he who is not offended in me." It's another one that says, "In many things we offend." And yet another that says, "Whosoever does not offend in word or deed, the same is a perfect man." And I want to deal with this text where it says, "Woe." Well, it says, if you're offended, there's a woe on you, and woe unto those who offend. Okay? All right. So the woe can be on. It says that it must needs be that offenses come, but woe unto that man by whom the offense comes. You'll have to pardon me. I've been working a pretty long day today, but anyway, woe unto that man by whom the offense comes. And of course, obviously, Jesus is referring to his own betrayal here, his own offense that was, his own personal experience of being offended by Yehuda the Sicarii and the bag holder. And anyway, so what that tells you, it must needs be that offenses come, but woe unto that man by whom the offense comes. The Torah is replete with doctrine and admonitions and teachings concerning the area of offense. Just in the Decalogue itself, honor your father and mother, make no graven image. How do we offend Yah? We don't love him with all of our heart and all of our mind, all of our soul, and all of our spirit. We can offend him. Offenses are going to happen. And there's just really no getting around it. You're gonna at some point in your life, you're gonna get offended. Okay? Somebody goes out and attacks your family member, or like your wife or daughter, does physical harm to them. Obviously, you are going to be greatly offended. So what we do know is that the Torah also gives a prescribed judgment for every type of offense that's committed under the sun. That's pretty clear. Okay. However, that can go the other way. Where if a person takes offense or is offended, and then he begins to, what do you say, weed the offense, fertilize the offense, throw his bullshit on it. He watches over it, stands guard over it, cultivates it, and in the meantime, this offense is growing into this huge crop, and there's going to be a harvest for that offense, and that also is very much a woe on that person. You know, you're going to get to the place where the crop is so huge that you're going to be overwhelmed with it and carried away with it, taken away with it. So we really have to guard our heart with all diligence, for out of it flow the issues of life. And one of those issues of life is this subject of offense. I will tell you this. A person who harvests, or we'll just say is gardening or farming as a matter of husbandry offense, he's not going to receive any help from the Most High. And I'll tell you why. Because the Most High already has pre-prescribed judgments. He doesn't need any of your help necessarily in bringing it to pass. There's a few things that that require your action. In the East they have a saying that karma is a bitch. Of course, in the Hebrew that's Carmel. But there's also another phrase that's used in the Hebrew, but it's the same principle. You will reap what you sow. Okay? And you will reap what you sow in the here and now, not in the great by and by with the big pie in the sky. You're going to reap what you sow in the here and now. What comes after that is, that's pretty much, what do you say? That's out of my jurisdiction. It's out of every man's jurisdiction. But I'm just saying that, Yah will not bless you. Yah will not help you. You've set yourself up as a judge. You have all your emotional capital on the table. You are waiting for your day in court to be heard and whatnot. And I just honestly want to tell you that, most of the time that's never going to happen in this life. You're never going to really get your day in court. So you have to take things, in stride. You have to do what the scripture says, to suffer yourself to be defrauded, because if you're wrong, then you will, at least by not cultivating the offense, you'll be able to see you're wrong. Because if you are so preoccupied with watching over what people have said, watching over what people have done, what they might do, what they might think, you are, you're basically, you shut your whole entire world down, and now your whole world revolves around this event. You're freeze framed. It's almost like there's an arrested development that takes place. Can't go anywhere. So you really have to watch over your heart that, people are just it's going to happen, whatever it is. I think, for example, Pastor Dow, he's been basically castigated verbally on different points of social media, whether it be Patreon or whatever that app is. I don't know. I don't have the app that everybody's on. I'm just one of these technology dinosaurs. Pager. I probably still got it in a drawer somewhere. So anyway, yeah, he was been, kind of castigated recently, accused by people who were, trying to form some type of scandal over, him being arrogant and, proud and all that stuff. And these people just really, honestly, don't know the man. And so, if he concerned himself with every Every time an accusation against him came forth, every time he was accused of doing something wrong, he would have never been able to build the ministry to the way he is, because he would be continually preoccupied with serving men, and therefore could not be the servant of Yah. And he is the servant of Yah. I didn't mean to, talk about this video, talk about Pastor Dowell's issues or whatever that has been coming toward him. I just wanted to use him as an example. Your life will stop. You will not go anywhere. Yah will not bless you. He will not help you. You will just continue to pine away and vegetate, and you will wax worse and worse if you don't deal with offense properly. Okay? How you deal with that is, one, when the storm's raging around your head, an accusation or slander or anything like that, what you should do is you should just hey, there goes a tree through the sky, and a cow, that's my cow. Ha ha. What are you going to do about it anyway? You can put the tree back in the ground. You can bring the cow back down in one piece. Not realistic. You let things play out. You let things happen. They're happening for a reason. And the truth of the matter is, if you're in an offense, or I should say, in cultivating or harvesting some kind of offense, you cannot see yourself. You are blind to yourself. And now the judgment that should have been going forth on the offender now is stopped, because now the focus is on you. I mean, I do believe that Yah is still dealing with you, okay, and not the other person. We know they're no good. We all do. They're worthless people. We stand up in the synagogue and beat our chest and thank Yah we're not like that person. That person, and we never will be like that person, because we're the one standing up in the synagogue beating our chest. We're too preoccupied with our own self-interest to get down on our knees and cry out to the Most High, have mercy on me, a sinner. Remember this. Those two men in that temple, they're you. You play both roles. Every role is you. You're a martyr, like Jesus. Suffer with him, you'll reign with him. So you get your chance to be a martyr. You get your chance to have your name cast out as evil. But you also will have plenty of opportunities in your life where you'll give into the flesh, and you will be the one making the charges, the accusations. You'll be telling people they're casting out devil by the prince of the devils. Maybe not that drastic. But somewhere along the line, you're going to chew that dirt. Remember that. Remember that, because if you don't, you're going to end up being offended. Somewhere along the line. You can never be that one on the ground crying out for mercy, humbling himself in a broken and contrite spirit. Have mercy on me, Yah, until you realize you're the one standing up proud, beating his chest. The tree of righteousness has arrived, and Yah should be thankful that he has your services. So, but anyway, I wouldn't recommend that. I recommend, do what the book says. Mostly what I want you to do is learn to not invest emotional, soulish, mental capital. Don't put all that money, all that peace of mind that you had before somebody offended you. Don't put all that on the table. Okay? You should diversify. You really should. You should diversify your assets. Don't pour yourself out too much in one place, especially when it comes to an offense, because if you do, you're going to stay offended, and you're not going to grow. So anyway, I didn't want to make this video any longer than that. Hope you have a good night. Hope you learned something. Shalom.